definitely all eyes has been on the consumption sector, and one particular domain in the consumption space has to be the alcobeverage space, isn't it?
Well, that's very interesting because yesterday we also saw some tax changes coming in from the Karnataka government and the Haryana government itself. And again, on the primary side, we have a IPO coming out after a very long time. We are seeing an alcohol company coming out with an IPO, and that's Allied Blenders and Distilleries. 1,500 crore IPO is what is opening today. The company has raised close to 450 crore rupees from anchor investors like Goldman Sachs, Societe, Generale. Let's go across to Sharad to get more details on this IPO and peer comparison.
Well, yes, Allied Blenders and Distilleries IPO opens today, and the company has raised roughly 450 crore rupees from anchor investors such as Goldman Sachs and Societe Generale. Now, looking at the overall opening date is on 25th June, which is today, and the IPO size is 1,500 crore rupees, OFS out of which will be 500 crore rupees, and the remaining fresh offer would be for 1,000 odd crore rupees. The price band ranges between 267 to 281 rupees per share. And the company, which is holding the brand of Officer's Choice Whiskey and the other products, would be in focus. The objectives of this fresh issue is to prepayment of the outstanding borrowings to roughly 720 crore rupees. Now, the peer set includes United Spirits, Pernod Ricard India, which is unlisted, and also Radico Khaitan. Now, of course, looking at the financials, there has been a growth coming in when it comes to the revenue of operations adjusted to the excise numbers, and the revenue mix is largely skewed towards 97% of it towards the whiskey. Now, interestingly, the IMFL players' market share, that is something we should watch out for. United Spirit is having 23%, while Pernod Ricard is having 17%. Allied Blenders comes in at 8%, followed by Radico Khaitan at 7%. Now, let's look at how the valuations are panning out, and of course, the FY26 EV/EBITDA numbers, if you have taken, the company comes on the cheaper side. United Spirits valuation is on the higher side of 40 times, followed by Radico Khaitan at 28 times, and on a constructed basis, we have taken for the FY26 numbers, EV/EBITDA, Allied Blenders stands at 20 times.
Around an 8% market share in the product segment where we are, and on a future date we would be at par with the peers wherever. We are currently at around 7% on the EBITDA margins. The early teens would be immediate, and the mid teens would be maybe 2 to 3 years down the line.
Mass premium, where we've been traditionally very strong. Idea is to grow our volumes in more profitable market. So it's profitable growth and not just growth, where we see about a single digit growth. In the P&A segment, where the premiumization, early stage of premiumization is happening, we are looking at a double-digit growth. But in the premium and luxury segment, largely because we have not had a presence, we are hoping over the next 2-3 years we can not just participate, but participate with a, with what we call as right to win. So not just right to play and right to win.
All right, so that is the management of Allied Blenders talking about their plans going ahead, especially entering the premium segment. But like we were talking about, the entire space is buzzing. In fact, we had spoken to Madhusudan Kera, who's a market veteran, and he's betting bigs on the liquor stocks as he believes that the liquor space is a long-term structural theme in India at least. Let's listen into his rationale and also what is holdings in this space.
There is no reason why liquor industry will not be as vibrant in India as it is there in China. We have more people as compared with China now, younger population, who will look to consume liquor once our per capita income increases. We have seen in lot of other sectors, in lot of other places that this liquor consumption has increased, and hence there has been birth of many valuable companies. I've been investor in Radico for a long time. You have seen what a fabulous journey this company has had in last 17-18 years. They were selling whiskey at 500 rupees a bottle. Now they sold, the same company has sold a whiskey at 5 lakh rupees a bottle. Right? They sold 400 cases few months back at 5 lakh rupees a bottle. And the brand is globally recognized now. If you are able to build a brand, then you make serious money in this sector, and that is what is being proven by Pernod Ricard, by Diageo worldwide. If you look at their brand, they are selling one bottle of 750 grams at 25,000, 30,000, 40,000 rupees.
What Madhusudan Kela had to say about the entire space and the top stocks that he's betting on in the space. In fact, we also got a chance to speak to Diageo's top boss to understand about the trend that they are actually witnessing across the country and why and where do they see opportunity ahead. Listen in.
Diageo is a big company with 200 brands. We work in 180 different countries. With the big presence that we have in scotch, in vodka, in rum, in gin, and tequila, I can go on. We're only a 4.6% market share of total beverage alcohol. And so 2 years ago, we set ourselves a target of going from 4% market share of total beverage alcohol in 2020 to 6% in 2030. And as we think about that opportunity, I mean, like there's opportunity everywhere. There's a growing middle class consumer population everywhere. But India particularly stands out in that respect. You know, there are going to be 600 million consumers coming of legal drinking age in the next 10 years. And a quarter of them are going to be in India. And this is an increasingly affluent consumer base. And so we think that there is huge opportunity for us to grow our business in the market. And what's fascinating about India is that it's a whiskey market.
Well, now let's also get in the views from our technical and fundamental guests on the show. That is Kush Bohra, technical guest, and Rajesh Agarwal, the fundamental guest on the alcohol space. Rajesh, coming to you first. In the alcohol space, there is Tilaknagar Industries, Radico Khaitan, United Spirits, United Breweries, and then there is now Allied Blenders also coming out with an IPO. How is the space looking like in the current listed space? Any top picks that you have, and how does the Allied Blenders IPO look like to you if you have looked into that as well?
Good morning, Sumita. Good morning, Cheryl. Good morning, Kush. The space is very exciting, I would say, the entire alcohol beverage space. If you look at the numbers of the industry, it's one of the third largest alcoholic market in the world, with industry being reporting double-digit growth in the last few years, and the demand for premium products have gone on a rise. Who would have thought that a bottle of alcohol would be selling at 5 lakh rupees per bottle sometimes back, but it has become true by Radico. So things are changing. Demand for premium products are on a rise. Middle class aspirations have gone up. 20 million people are entering the legal drinking age. And I think the surge in demand for premium products is going to add to the bottom line of all the players who are in the industry, whether they are listed or unlisted. Because not only premium products demand have gone up, the companies have reinvented themselves. They have launched premium products. Alcohol beverages into FTA now, foreign trade agreements. So that was unthinkable sometimes back, and India is now emerging as a value chain for international players, also manufacturing hub for international players. So all in all, the industry dynamics are very good. As far as topics are concerned, yes, we have our favorites like United Spirits or Radico in the listed space. The upcoming IPO of Allied is also very good because if you look at the valuation, it's trading at a lower PE than the listed players. And the money which they are going to raise is going to use for repayment of debts that will again help them. So I think one can apply to that also, not only for listing gains, but for a medium to long-term holding.
So that's the view coming in from Rajesh on the listed space of the alcohol beverages. Also talking about Allied Blenders as well. Remember, the IPO opened today, and the top favorite or top picks in the space for the listed right now is United Spirits as well as Radico Khaitan. A very good morning to you, Rajesh. Good morning to you as well, Kush. And what are your top picks like looking in for this entire space? It's been buzzing. I'm sure that it has actually kept all the investors in high spirits, given the fact that the returns that most of them have made is spectacular, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. First up, a very good morning, Cheryl. Morning, Rajesh. Quite a fun there. And I promise you, Rajesh and I have not spoken before this, interview. Our topics also remain Radico Khaitan and, United Spirits, purely because you see the momentum that's there in Radico Khaitan is quite phenomenal. Even the dips that have come in have been bought into, and I'm talking about a weekly setup. United Spirits is seeing some sort of profit booking, but there again, any dip that has come about in the last about month and a half, a year and a half has actually been taken as a buying opportunity. So any kind of dip that you get, from let's say 5 to 10% should be taken as an opportunity to add some more. So both these setups look, very interesting. One contrarian bet, however, that I have is, SDBL Home Distilleries. I know this stock has been, in the news and not for all the positive reasons for some time now. But we've just put it on our radar because what we've seen time and again that, stocks that are otherwise doing well and see core correction, because of news like this, and then the business as usual picks up, tend to sort of recover, regain the lost ground, and then move higher from there. We are seeing some sort of a bottom formation for SDBL, at the moment as well, where the stock has a base close to those 105 levels, slightly lower than about 99 levels. The stock's just barely tested those and attempting a rebound there. So if someone does want to play a contrarian trade, then SDBL is something that you can put on your radar. But otherwise, I think Radico and United Spirits continue to take the bulk of the mind share and I suppose the market share as well.
Well, then that was the comprehensive view coming in from everyone on the alcohol space.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.